Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Let's talk about WrestleMania 42 Night 2. It's officially wrapped up. The road to WrestleMania is officially over. And now we will start the new journey, new stories, continued stories, and hopefully more consistent stories that can allow the fans to just enjoy the product as a whole. Because, look, let me just say this. This was miles better. Miles and miles, day and night better. Night and day and night better than night one, okay? However, I do want to be very clear when I say this. Although night 2 was absolutely fantastic and amazing, I say that it's fantastic and amazing for the type of year that we had. That road to WrestleMania was by all means sloppy, was confusing, it was cluttered. There was a lot of confusion, a lot of story switch-ups, injuries, a lot of stuff going on. And therefore, as a result, we seen what happened with night 1. Night 2, made up for a lot of it. However, we're going to break it down and talk about everything we just saw here. Okay, so with everything that just had transpired within the last several months, this was a fantastic night 2. Okay, now the show kicks off, of course, John Cena coming out. He's giving out the attendance mid-show, and then early on, he basically lied to everybody and told everybody that night 1 was amazing. But of course, he's doing what he got to do. He's just doing his quick little, recap and then just basically getting out the way, because the first match was Oba, the Ruler, and Brock Lesnar. Now, I will address this, though. I was saying it on my stream, the hypocrisy, me, myself, even calling myself out. The matches were so short yesterday, but there was something that I forgot to mention because I was extremely biased and extremely happy with the way the match went with Brock Lesnar. I'm going to have to break this down. I'm a big fan of Brock Lesnar, but for those that know, and we broke it down in my chat, when he did come back from the from the UFC, excuse me, I don't feel like he was good to perform longer than 15 minutes in the ring on like PLEs. I felt like seeing Brock Lesnar in these main events, WrestleManias or other main events, and matches that went that long, oftentimes the crowd would boo because they were bored of the matches. Therefore, Brock Lesnar being a big guy, it's like Mike Tyson. Either he's going to knock you out the first 3 rounds or the match is not going to go the way we want to see it. Therefore, I kind of always knew if Brock is involved in a main event in a PLE somewhere, the match isn't going to take that long to be done. It's going to get in and get out. The only thing was this was a little controversial because the night before we seen there was about an hour and 20 minutes worth of matches, and the rest was Hulk Hogan's documentary along with commercials and ads. But I do want people to understand this is one of those situations where it got caught astray. It was only less than 5 minutes, this match, but it was beautifully sound. I feel like it was one of the most instrumental things that just happened in wrestling because, one, we was all concerned whether or not would Brock want to take the L. Is Brock going to take the L in this WrestleMania? We know some of the guys in the back, they kind of have more say than others, and they probably don't want to take no losses. But this was a huge moment for Oba. And that crowd, my goodness, was going so crazy. They love Oba. This guy is like 27 years old, 6'4", 6'5", 310 pounds. This dude's a fucking problem. He's a beast. He's a beast. And so just that already and having that community behind him, them fans was going in. And Brock Lesnar and him win at it. Them 5 minutes was just jam-packed. And of course, with Brock, this is what you're going to get with a Brock Lesnar match. This is why it's not good for his story in matches to go further than like at least 8 to 10 minutes. And this is just me. If you disagree, that's okay. He's going to suplex you so much. He's going to hit you with some of those knees. He's going to throw you in the corner turnbuckle and try to do that little power move that he does. He's going to lift you up, throw you all around. He's going to take you outside the ring, suplex city, throw you into the steel steps, and then do the same thing. I don't feel like the fans want to see that happen for 10 minutes straight. If you're going up against the little guy, the matches can be ran a little bit differently. He went up against AJ Styles. It was fun. Or I forgot who else he went up against. And Brian, like, it was amazing matches because those guys were able to carry themselves within the match. And so even though he's doing those same moves, they're also giving him some hits, whereas the match can go on and be way more instrumental. Oba's a big guy as well. I don't think you guys want to see Oba and Brock go 15, 20 minutes. It's just not good. In fact, big men, in my opinion, should not be going that far in matches. I know we are blessed today with a lot of hybrids. A lot of big guys are just going crazy now, and they can last that long in matches. But historically, you don't normally want to see the big guy go all that. And look, some of you in the comments right now are gonna say I'm bugging, but we're talking about Brock Lesnar here. I'm just saying. So the way the match went, this dude Brock Lesnar hit him with an F5 at some point within the match, and this dude Oba ate that shit. He hit him with the choke slam joint. Then he all of a sudden hit him with his finisher, and he pinned him. And then what made everything even more sound and beautifully sound, Brock Lesnar retires right there in the ring. It's basically, he gave his flowers. He basically gave the torch to Oba. Oba leaves. Everybody's going crazy. Oba leaves knowing he beat Brock Lesnar, one of the best guys in WWE, one of our OGs, one of the veterans. He beat Brock Lesnar, the guy who's gonna always get the job done. Of course, he got his hiccups, but he gets the job done. For him to beat Brock, he goes, and then Brock retires right there on the spot. I think he shed a thug tear. I don't know, bro. And that for us was like the story in that chapter has officially closed. And that, I think even him showing the retirement just made that little intro, it set the tone for WrestleMania. I think I just spent like 6 minutes on that, but I had to. I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me or not. Again, this is just what I've seen from the years I've been watching Brock Lesnar. I think this was such a beautiful start to the match. Then after that, we of course had the ladder match. I'm looking at it right now. We had the ladder match with Dragon Lee, Rusev, Penta, Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Javon Evans. And let me just say this, man. Oh, man. First off, all their outfits were amazing. I think Rey Mysterio had Deadpool and Penta had the Mortal Kombat theme. Javon Evans, of course, doing Javon Evans things. Everything he did in that damn match. I'm so glad, even though he didn't win, he showed out and he's continuing to show, look, I'm young, up and coming, and he still got some time on his hands to lose matches and to get into certain spots because he is that young. But the fans are riding with him 100%. They see his talent and they definitely acknowledge his talent. But I find it disrespectful that I think Dragon Lee, McDonough, and I think Rusev, I could be wrong, but there was a commercial break and they were already in the ring like when we came back from that. And I'm thinking this is a huge event. You didn't have their intro, like you didn't have their music playing. How would that feel going back home to your family and they're like, hey, we didn't see you guys come out to the ring because, you know, pretty much they had a commercial break. I found that incredibly crazy to me. Don't have no damn ad happen while these superstars are coming out with their entrances. I thought that shit was crazy, y'all. I thought that was kind of crazy. But as we go on with the match, everybody has their spots. And I feel like Penta was in his bag. I had Rey Mysterio was doing his thing too. Dragon Lee, I'm really proud of because I feel like Dragon Lee doesn't get the shine he deserves. And he was performing, going crazy. Rusev played a very important role where he took a lot of them heavy bumps. And you gotta tip your hat to JD. JD was taking so many hits, underrated. I think he's fantastic in the ring. His work ethic is profound. He took so many damn bumps. It was insane. It allowed Javon Evans to show out too because Javon was giving everybody the works. And then, of course, Penta, obviously towards the end, you know, I think I think him and, oh my God, that damn Mexican Destroyer to JD was incredible. That Mexican Destroyer was incredible. You had Rey Mysterio hit over the ropes, over to Rusev and break the ladder. There was so many spots. Javon Evans jumped over to the ropes to catch Rusev towards the end. He was able to hit him with that cutter. Oh my God, it was incredible. So all that happening, Penta did Mexican Destroyer to Javon. He was able to get back up, and right before everybody got back in the ring, he grabbed the belt to retain. I thought that was amazing. I'm not mad that he retained. It was either him or I was hoping that Javon Evans could win, or maybe Rey Mysterio, depending on, you know, injuries and whatnot. I don't know what's his status on that. If, you know, would it be worth it or not? But I was happy with that match. I think that match went on for like 15 minutes. It was an excellent match. If you would have made that match shorter as a ladder match, that would have been a disrespect. That would have been a disrespect. A ladder match should never be that short. That was an excellent, and when I say excellent match, okay, that was excellent. So with that, I enjoyed it very much. Now, this next match, I'm gonna be very honest. I genuinely didn't care for it, not because of one of them. I'm gonna just let y'all know. I thought this was like on paper, I was like, man, this could have been like on like fucking Saturday Night Main Event as well. I'm just so tired of like the baby face like Sami Zayn, bro. I'm tired of it, man. And I'm hoping he does turn heel. We seen him and Trick win at it, and I thought it was a great match. I think the way the finish was, Trick won, ended up becoming the US champion, and I think it was a phenomenal finish. Obviously, Little Yachty was his basically his assistant there, was the guys who came with him, and I thought, no disrespect, I think Little Yachty ruined his intro. I don't know, the way the whoop that trick shit came out, and that shit fucked up the intro. I ain't gonna lie, that fucked up the entrance, man. That's just me. I'm just saying. I don't know about y'all, but man, the crowd was weird. Can we acknowledge that? Crowd in Vegas, y'all gotta, I think it's the amount of money I spent on tickets, because y'all energy was mad weird. It was focused in areas I didn't expect. I was like, what the hell's going on? But other than that, I thought the thing is, Sami Zayn is such an amazing talent. I knew he was gonna help work Trick Williams, but I feel like there was a switch up in like their heel turn and babyface turn, the way it looked. And I feel like Sami Zayn is gonna end up turning heel. I think it's the best way. I don't know why they waited this long. People were booing him. It was bad, but this dude Trick is a fucking problem, and he retained. He was able to win, and Little Yachty did his thing too. He interfered, helped out. They did their little shit, man. And I really enjoyed that match afterwards. I was really like, oh God, I like Trick, man, but Sami, man, that shit, I mean, I'm tired of this babyface crap. It was a really good match, okay? That was a really good one. Next after that, we had Finn Balor versus Dom. Last minute street fight match. They changed the match type to a street fight match. Dom came out with a bunch of his entrance, because I was just using the bathroom. I came back. Dom came out looking crazy. He had like his entrance looked beastie. He had a bunch of I guess people that represented his mask and culture walking out with him, and it was a beast of an entrance. Then you had Demon Finn Balor that came out. They call him Timu Finn Balor in my chat. I don't agree with them, but they're saying that he looked better a couple years ago. I still feel like he came out looking amazing. And let me tell you, that match was beautiful. I really enjoyed that match too. That went on for like about 8-9 minutes as well. The matches were around like 9 minutes on average. And one thing, let me add, there wasn't interferences, man. Like the Little Yachty and Trick was just because he came out with him, but there wasn't like no crazy surprise interferences. And Finn Balor came out with the W. He threw him on the chair and did the coup de grace, I think it's called. I forgot how he calls it, but man, that was an excellent fight. He was able to win, and I was excited to see that, man. It was dope to see Finn win in WrestleMania, because for one, I feel like this was the last one for Demon Finn Balor. I feel like they've been hoeing him. He's been losing a lot of matches, and I think they made the right call allowing him to win this match. Allowing him to win this match at WrestleMania. This can help boost up now him being solo and just kind of going crazy for a run, possibly go a little bit up on the ladder now, because for a while it felt like he was just stuck in limbo with, Judgment and not really getting any further in there. Now, okay, we got the last two big matches. And before that, we had John Cena. I know within a time, I think it was after the Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill fight, John Cena came out, did his announcement, gave the attendance, and of course you had Danhausen come out, and The Miz interfered John Cena. He did the whole cursing stuff, and a bunch of little dwarfs came out, and I think Michael Cole called them midgets. I thought that was a banned word, because I don't know, man. You know how the world gets kind of sensitive with certain words and stuff, but I was in tears. It was actually funny. Danhausen brought something in that very moment, and honestly, I appreciate it. It gave me like a vibe that I was like, you know what? This guy it's easy to attach yourself to this dude. This dude is really like cool. He's funny. It's not even cringe. I just think he brings a not forced comical side to him that even if you're not laughing, you can appreciate his presence and what he was doing. And him doing that little gimmick of like, you're cursed now, and then the little guys, he basically tried to push one of them when they punched Miz in the balls, and they basically all jumped him. It was actually pretty cool. Danhausen did the 5-knuckle shuffle. Like, it was actually cool. And at the end, he did that little thing where normally when you hear that sound with the poof, you disappear. He didn't disappear, absolutely not. So he ran under the ring. It was really cool, man. I thought it was funny. But I think that happened after Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. I could be wrong. I think it did, though, if I'm not mistaken. But, man, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. And I got a video dropping about this whole Hogan shit because I'm getting tired of the IWC community. Every time certain people win that's not in their favor, they call them Hogan. So I got a separate video for that. But let me just tell you guys, I'm sorry. I wanted that belt off of Jade Cargill so bad. And it's the same way with Tiffany Stratton. I feel like the bookers did a terrible job at booking matches for Jade. There was injuries. There was a lot of shit going on that didn't allow her to become like super active, didn't allow her to defend her title. And what ended up happening was it just kind of killed that title. Like, it kills the title. And so, unfortunately, the boss call is we're going to have Rhea Ripley win this. And she ended up going in. They both came out, and it was kind of funny because Rhea Ripley came out in all white, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not used to seeing it. It's been a while. But I feel like, honestly, screw the fans over there at Vegas, because Jade Cargill came out, and if she's a heel, I didn't even hear boos during her entrance. They were like quiet. I don't know what to say about the fans. You know, I don't know, maybe they're like trying to see like if something crazy is gonna happen. But man, y'all did a poor job at like really giving spots, man, because you got to remember, we at home, y'all are part of the show for us. And thank God I could exit that out. I'm talking to my chat, so we still enjoying this shit. But I'm like, yo, horrible. Like, she came out looking good, everything good. She's coming down to the ring, but the fans were weird. And then Rhea came out, and you can obviously hear the pops, and we could tell, yeah, she's gonna end up winning. So the match, let me just tell you, Jade, when the fuck was you gonna tell us that you can wrestle like that? Jade was holding it down. Jade was keeping up with Rhea. They were both working themselves. They were both in a bag. This is what I wanted to see this whole time with Jade. So why the fuck did y'all not have Jade do this early on? Y'all didn't have to force Becky in a tag team. Y'all could have had her do challenges. She's a beast. She's big. She's strong. Y'all could have had Jade host things where y'all had these women coming out. I want to verse you, whether if it's a mid-carder or not, and she could have annihilated these mid-carders to keep her presence relevant. Y'all had so many opportunities. Y'all was ruining all this. So tonight she wrestles and she performs in a way that I'm like, hey, yo, what the hell? I want to see more of that. Because normally her matches are very quick on some Brock Lesnar shit. She does a couple of moves. She does that big ass kick. She does the spine buster. She does a certain amount of moves, and then she ends the match. But she's keeping up with Rhea. She's doing her thing. She's jumping over top rope, doing front flip over her. Like, she was in her bag. So I got to give my hat to her. She was in her bag. Rhea Ripley was in her bag. Then, of course, B-Fab and Meechin. Shout out to Meechin. You know, I gamed her on Twitch, and she was a sweetheart, man. So shout out to her, man. And they came out to try to interfere with the match. Obviously, in good fashion, it didn't work. We thought it was going to change the game. We thought it was going to mess up, you know, whatever was going on. And obviously it didn't. Almost forgot to mention, man, after having Meechin and B-Fab interfere into the match to try to jeopardize Rhea's opportunity at winning and becoming champion, we had Io Sky make an appearance. And I thought it was pretty damn cool because it was kind of like, wow, she's not a part of WrestleMania. She's a phenomenal talent. I mean, we've seen that with even Carmelo Hayes and a few other people in the back that were like kind of shocked that they didn't make an appearance. But luckily, she did make an appearance to help out Rhea. She ran, and when she was doing some of her moves, she was going like this. I thought a titty was shown, man. I don't know, man. That shit was kind of quick. I was like, man, my gooning ass chat, they need to chill out. They need to chill out, yo. But my bad, yeah. Io Sky did make an appearance, so it was good to see her there, man. Unfortunately, she didn't have a match, but you know, who knows what's to see in the foreseeable future. And it still secured the win for Rhea as she kind of like overcame that little obstacle that happened. And honestly, I'm happy. Maybe like a little reset and then could try it again next time type shit. But we needed that. Like, I'm okay with Rhea winning. I'm okay with either one of them winning, to be honest, because I didn't have like no horse in the race in this one. But seeing Rhea win, hopefully we can kind of see everybody coming back out from injuries and stuff like that, getting in a bag against her. But that was a great match too. I really enjoyed that match. Again, these matches were lasting around 8 to 10 minutes. And a little bit longer, some of them. Then we had the main event. Main event. They had Roman and CM Punk. Roman and CM Punk. I do want to say, we got to stop being so damn weird in chats, in comments. We are in 2026. Y'all been chanting CM Punk's name for 10 years. He is finally in the business. Roman Reigns held it down for COVID. He's one of the top dogs. To sit here and still talk about the Attitude Era in the chats blows my fucking mind. Enjoy what the fuck we are seeing right now, or please, so help me God, do not watch the product, bro. Like, all this comparison during the match. But here's the thing. Roman comes out. Before he comes out, they do like a little memorial thing. He's showing all his family, all the bloodline. And then you got this woman singing like some opera singing joint. And he comes out with his OG thing. Looking good. Pause. Coming out an OG theme. He comes out, everything Gucci. CM Punk has his little video package. All the stuff that he's coming out to. The fans sucked so much. When he came out with no music, he walked out with no music. The crowd didn't cheer nor boo. I felt like the crowd was just waiting for something else to happen. And so he's like this. And then he gets back on one knee. He does that thing where he touches the ground. And then he yells out his clobbering time. Like, the crowd didn't realize that the silence and no music when he came out was their way of trying to see if they go crazy. And they missed their own mark. But then his music played, of course, and then he came out. Let me just tell you, that was a fucking 10 out of 10 match. No interferences. Just straight up raw dog, bro. Pause. Just straight up beatdowns. Straight up beatdowns. One thing I loved about Punk, I knew at some point in the match he was going to lose, but the way Roman was whipping his ass, Punk, I got to tip my hat to Punk. Punk was selling the fuck out them punches. The way Roman was slamming his head against the mat. The way Roman power bombed him on the damn announcer table. Then CM Punk did the elbow over the ropes on the announcer table on the top rope. Like, they were beating each other up. Punk started bleeding. This dude Roman was doing crazy shit, bro. He was beating the shit out of Punk. Punk came up like one of those guys that's like, he was still trying to like slay the beast. He was still doing what he had to do. I thought the thing that we judge the most and when we watch these matches is, man, there's a story to tell here. There's some history here. And the way it looked, bro, I was like, damn, son, thug tears, bro. It looked so damn good the way. And at the end, I think even CM Punk botched it a little bit where he was supposed to smack Roman, but he actually missed. And it ended up looking way better because not only did he miss, hit the ground, and then Roman just, I think, speared him again, and then he lost. But that match through and through, I loved it because even at some point in the match, CM Punk's tape is falling out. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was CM Punk's tape. When he threw it at Roman's chest, you can see he looks beaten up and battered. He looks just like tired, no energy. They're both beating each other's asses, man. He's hitting them with GTSs. Roman's hitting them with spears. Then they doing each other's moves. You had this dude doing the Superman punch. That shit was insane, bro. You had this dude Roman doing GTSs. It was insane. But that one point right there when he took off the tape and threw it at Roman's chest and the ref picked it up, how beautifully sound that was. CM Punk hit him with that one more low blow, and then he tried to secure it, but it didn't work. And I was like, holy shit. I thought it was over for Roman Reigns. He came back and won. Now, I say that to say this, chat. I was really happy either way, whoever wins. I feel like there's going to be a vacation. CM Punk might return Monday, but he might also take some time. But Roman Reigns has officially made it clear that he will be back full time. Femi also stepped in, I think at the post show and told, I think he said some words to Roman Reigns. So maybe we'll see something happen there later on in the future, maybe in the summer. I think that would be great, but we need to get the ball rolling. But let me just tell you why, even if some of the matches we felt were a little bit shorter, tonight was still fantastic compared to yesterday. It's because of the finishes. The finishes were way better than yesterday. Yesterday's finishes were so confusing. It was so like random. It didn't feel like there was a beginning, middle, end. There was no story told. It felt like all these feuds didn't create nothing of any context within the match. I like the methodical side. I like the technicality. I like the side of everything being calculated in wrestling because there's soap opera, story, and then wrestling. And it just felt like they were put in a position where they were like, yo, just get in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And it just felt like these wrestlers couldn't allow themselves to tell their story because there was so many ads. But today it felt like they were able to give us at least a story of everything they did this year, all the blood, sweat, and tears, and they gave us that story. Yes, I'm going super in right now. I'm going super hard right now explaining this, expressing this, because it's very important that y'all know I'm not biased. I'm biased with stuff, but I can also recognize when there's some bullshit. And I really can't stand people who are just so much of a fan of one person that they just think the event is perfect because of that. Like, no, there's things that I'd like to see better. There's areas where I would like to see this. And if it's not that, then you can never win against those people. And if not, then they just compare everything to the Attitude Era. I thought night 2 was fantastic. Based on the clusterfuck that we had this year to the road to WrestleMania, on how many switches, how many switch ups, how sloppy things were. And we've had a fantastic night 2. I don't want to hear nothing, man. This dude CM Punk, he fought his heart out, man. He fought to the death, okay? Roman Reigns came in, a fucking beast. A fucking beast. And I just hope we see more of them, all right? No more of that part-time shit. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, though. It's your boy 3MG. God bless everybody. And if you guys enjoyed night 2, please drop it in the comments. Please don't come to the comment section thinking I'm going to give a shit about any of this. People listen to you because you're the leader. I don't give a shit. I make a video for this because I just like to entertain and have fun. Stop being too invested on some political shit, man. I'm out of here. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Peace.